Alright, hello and welcome to another Phat Ventures video. We're here bottle picking, scrapping. We've gotten some improvements to the cart, little pen cup. We finally got that thermos drink hydro jug is what it's called, so we can, drink on the go. And we got some bungee cords. So a couple little minor improvements. Threw some batteries in one of our lights, or changed them out, I guess. And it's a lot brighter now. Had a couple packs to here, I'll let this car pass. Had a couple packs like Dollar Tree batteries it was kind of running through. And this is pretty much the end of them. If you did see last, I don't know if it would have been, or just last episode, I guess, it got cut short by like 60 minutes, which was super hurting. My camera cut out for some reason. I'm gonna hope that it doesn't do it this time. Well, I don't know if it cut out or not, because it said it was recording like 50 minutes in, but once I got back and checked the footage, we were goosed. It was only 10 minutes. Oh no, these are sparkling water. I thought they were mics. Oh my god. We got a chance. Bad start then. Bad start. But like I said, hopefully it's G now. The camera. And we have a smooth episode. Gin. Or there's one, there's more. If this is your first time tuning in, oh here, I guess we'll write that down too. I was just gonna keep it in my head, but trying to finish up these pens, and then we'll maybe attach a new one on there at some point. Wait, why did I just write 10? I was thinking of the 10 cents. Still a little sleepy brained, I guess. Since I go out at night, I usually take a little nap before, and then like a shower to kind of wake up. But possibly tonight I may go out the whole night, not on camera. Probably just an hour on camera at least, or around there. It's kind of a crazy egg carton. I didn't know they came that wampus. I do have quail, if you didn't know that. Videos on them coming soon. Wow, it's like a real close helicopter up there. You can probably hear it. But obviously my quails produce eggs that I sell. Not fertile yet, but working on that. Although it does seem to be where the money's at a little bit more. Hey, we got a bottle of craft cream liquor. Yep. White Claw. But like I was saying, if this is your first time tuning in, we're out here alcohol bottle can collecting to get those deposits. Pretty lucrative sauce. Oh, I almost forgot to write that down. Starting off slow tonight. 2. I don't know if I even checked this one, did I? Alright, we gotta get focused. We're wasting time right here. We spent like 2 minutes on like 4. Let's get moving. You're gonna see the quick action that I'm always talking about. It's just the problem is it can get a little mindless if I'm speeding through it, and then I'm not really talking much, so it's kind of a give and take. bottle that is non-airplane bottle. Can't get the deposit on that. Unfortunately, just a little too tiny. Be cool though, I guess, if you could get like a 5-cent return on that. We got, doesn't look like anything. Sorry, just clearing my throat. I've had a little bit of a cold this past week, not even like really anything, just clearing my throat, sneezing here and there. Occasionally clearing my nostrils. Great boy, speed run, $1 million. But if I do stay out all of tonight, which I guess like potentially a full shift would be 5 hours. Presuming we get that 20-buck quota. This one's always worth searching. But it does start to extend a little distance-wise. So if we're getting a little bit more serious with it, we might have to get like the car kind of rolling to different areas, but I don't know how that's going to go exactly yet. What is potential future video stuff of me kind of planning it out. And of course, if you have any ideas, let me know. All of them. Always gets you. Steam whistle, I know. Vodka soda. Oh, looks like we got a little hit here, so good stuff. We got 5, 6, 7. 7. 10 cents a can, if you didn't know. So we're up to 10, that's $1. It's kind of unclear. Sometimes my rating is just terrible. 11, 12, 13, 14, something like 14. So $1.40 right there, just in bottles. Just kind of ringing my bell by accident. Or just in cans, sorry. And then for the big bottles, we get 20 cents. For like beer bottles, smaller bottles, we get 10 cents. Don't really write those ones down, just because you don't actually need to count them to bring them in. The cans you do. I have done a couple times where I'll just do like maybe like an hour run and kind of record what I got in bottles and in terms of beer and or like spirits, I guess. Because the bringing in process is a little different. Just to know like an average, but I haven't done that in a while. Nor have I done it for kind of a nightly venture, which would be good to know. Like I said, I think if we kept the quota around there, it would only take 5-6 hours to get $100. But of course, there's room for failure there and room for growth that could go to, 25 an hour plus. and then it could go under 10, 15 an hour. All depends. Luck of the draw. Get a JR here. Oh, beauty. Forget where we're at exactly. We are at 18 now. Trying to wake up the neighborhood. 20. Can't blame me for that. I feel bad, but it's also like, I don't know. If your dog gets set off at you. 21. 23, 24, 24, hoping for a 25 in here, but I don't see it. Just making a mess. Anger in the neighborhood. Here. It's 24 it is. See, that pen's already starting to die. It's got a nubby on it, yeah. I tried to write and I'm like, wait. Just keep the lid off, throw her here. Set that to the side. I don't know if we hit that one across, but we'll check on the way back. Since it is a dead end. Doesn't look like anything. This one, I do not know. I don't think I checked it. We checked it. The team, the sub-team, the adventurers, I don't know what to call you. We're on the move though. Probably like oil up my wheels, maybe throw some air in there. Little improvements, you know, especially when it's a kind of your own boss thing. Got one. There's no one close. So you're working up a thirst over here. That's why we got the chug jug. That's what I call it. Nice. 25. Is this is the open pen. 25. Throw in the cup. Another thing I'd maybe like to do is have like a off-hanging storage box, I guess, for the toolbox and bungee cords and stuff, because, you know, like I pile up bottles and scrap and stuff, and then it's hard to get in there. Oh, that's like the fattest bottle I've ever seen, but it is vodka. Damn, dude, it's like rave sized. Throw her in here. And continue on the cruise. Do a check here to make sure, at least if it says it's still recording. Which it should be. Yep, looks like it is. My apologies. My apologies. Sounded like I said I apologies. But we're a little under the quota at the moment. If we're 15 minutes, but I did do a little extra exposition, I guess, during the beginning. You do start to get into a rhythm, though. I almost start to think, like I have a wagon kind of thing with no handle to it, and then like another wagon, and I'm like, I could almost train them together off the back of my bike. But then it starts to look like insano, you know what I mean? A little more crazy and homelessy, I guess. So it's, I don't know, it's a fight of do I want more space on the go? And even if I fill it, can I, you know, like effectively pull it with me? Is also the other thing. Really just half and half it here. Oh, cobwebs, runny nose, the dirtiest combo. Tupperware lids. Pieces of mason jar flying. Doesn't look like there's one there. This place used to be pretty poppin'. Not so much anymore. Always makes you wonder. It's like when like a source kind of dies off. You know, is it like they stop drinking? Is it they kind of realize there's some good cash in it? Might as well take them in. Could they move, you know? Who knows? gonna say, I think that's a sandbagger, and it was. Sometimes you gotta dig deep for evidence of anything. Now we're getting a treasure trove of sandbaggers that are up to 30. Never forget to dig deep. Yep. 30 she is. Oh, having a pen that works is nice. I've been saying I was going to replace those pens for like 3 weeks as I was just kind of scrawling, switching between them, leaving impressions on the paper. But of course, if this is the kind of content you're into, not maybe specifically this, but just different side hustles, you know, make sure to like and subscribe, because we got lots of stuff coming, either, you know, scrap, bottle can, art selling, you know, wood stuff. Firewood, you know, we hit a lot of ventures. That's the whole point of the channel, is just trying out different side hustles, building like a side hustle regimen till it's just a full hustle. And I mean, to break it down at least to a certain degree, I think like bare minimum I need like 400 a week to like sustain it like half decently comfortably. And you know, this could be easily that 400 with obviously, you know, you have all night each day a week. It's different sections, which I'm gonna kind of show how to make like a scrap bottle map. I have a video idea kind of in the works, but it's something I always do, kind of showing hot spots for different side hustles, a side hustle map essentially. But it's a great way to, you know, build a route, especially if you get like really reliable spots, which just takes a lot of working out here. Let's see what we got. A big hit here. Losing my AirPod. Let's try that. 5 to 10. 5. It's gonna bring us up to 35 as I whisk a bunch of it onto my sheet. 40. I was gonna write it down, but I'm like, I gotta remember, hopefully. 45. 45. That I am gonna write down. But see, if you could reliably hit like big hits like this. Why did I write it like that? 45. See, that's what I'm kind of just mindlessly talking, and that's why I get worried. What is this? Non-alcohol, I don't think. This also doesn't look like alcohol. 3. But I lost my train of thought completely, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I was saying, you know, build like a route of reliable spots. I think that was everything. It'll bring us up to 49. It's almost $5 right there. There's a weird 9. Do it like a G. Like a gangsta. And like a G. Like the letter. Oh, we got some hits here. Okay, we're gonna have to, at least in terms of bottles. It's a bacon. It's a bacon El Gabanordor. Gabanerdor. Dude, they got a rave here. We got one so far. 2. Good bottle money though. Plastic. Oh. Okay, we'll come back here. So that's 4. What do we got? 53. It's like an S. I think I would have knew what it was, but it's still. Come on, 2 more to render. Looks like something. No. It's always sparkling water. Well, I think we'll cut at least in terms of getting more. Bring these back. This is, at least from what we're holding, 60 cents. And another 80 cents here. $1.50 for the boys. Just in bottles. Always sketchy. And always loud. The bottles. At least the bottles I don't have to worry too much about. It's more containing the amount of cans that I have. The bottles can just kind of get stuffed around as I go, which is usually what ends up happening if the cart gets full of stuff. Raspberry jam. And bam. Not, as far as I can tell. I don't want to dig too deep. That's the thing about being full. I talk about this a lot. You know, you don't want to make a giant mess and then have to clean it up. Sometimes you gotta just skim the top. Has been a hit before, like a couple times. It seems on and off, you know. Celebration dreams, I don't know. Got one. And the bongos in here. Take that one all the way to the bank. 54. Bam. see that or not. If my camera's angled high enough. Nada. Quick time check while we're on the move. 30 minutes. So assuming we got, you know, maybe $3 in bottles, plus like the $5, you know, we're a little under quota. But like I said, I did ramble for like 2-3 minutes where I wasn't really going hard at the beginning. Great thing about this though, you know, being, if you can kind of full-time side hustles, which I do recommend, kind of a mix of some side hustles, you know, try and get that passive income going. That's why, you know, we're hitting YouTube and such. But, you know, a mixture of side hustles is always a good way, because usually side hustles can be slightly unreliable. You know, like a fixed amount of money isn't guaranteed, obviously, for a lot of selling your own stuff or being your own business. I think these are alcohol. Yeah. Getting attacked by a moth. Mothra. Trying to combat him. He likes that bright light. It's 58. Another good tip from my experience, if you're like 1 or 2 off, like I wouldn't say be dishonest, but if you're not sure if you counted like 1 and you're like almost from a round number taking them in, just go for the round number, because a lot of the time they'll just give me a round number. I'm not even saying like I'm uncertain about it, but you know, if you're 9 or 8, 2 off from being kind of more round to the 10s anyway, they'll usually hook it to you. That 20 cents isn't, you know, it's not too much off of them, especially if you're coming in a lot. At this point, I think they recognize me to a certain degree. Build a good rapport, you know, build a friendship. I was gonna hop on, but I'm like, we'll have to hop off right up here. But great thing, like I said, about being your own kind of side hustly boss, if you can, like, even part-time, you know, you're your own boss, so you can take a break whenever you want. Lunch, you know what I mean? I could stop right now and take 5, take 10. Get back into it if I needed to. No pressure. And I think that's what a lot of people are looking for. And of course, do something you enjoy. So, you know, that's why I'm hitting different side hustles, seeing what I like. And I do like this. Especially when the weather's half decent. You know, you're just cruising, enjoying. And like I say, usually I'm listening to music with the AirPods. A AirPod, so I can hear for people screaming at me. Just like cars. I heard a dog. This frying pan. Pretty lightweight. I don't want to rip it out of there. It's like one of the most light frying pans I've ever grabbed. Like a wok pot. I don't know what you call it. I don't know the difference, I'm gonna be honest. It's like a pan pot. You flip them over, you bang on them with the wooden spoons, you know. taking it slowish here. You never know when there's metal, scrap, cords, the goods. And of course we got some bins. See a vodka soda right there, but not in this one and in another one. Right here. Hopefully there's at least one more of those. Doesn't look like it. No ask and shall receive today. Just ask. I don't think I see anything in there. Another thing I've mentioned before is obviously if you like see cardboard or like boxes for alcohol, it's probably a good indicator that there's alcohol there, but not always necessarily. I find a lot that when they do have boxes, they buy in bulk amounts of beer, they usually are just taking it in because they're buying so much, you know what I mean? They're getting like 10, 15 bucks back. It's stanky here. She is stanky tonight, lads. Like a dead body here. Why is it stank? Like actually, El Rico. What is this? At least my nose is kind of stuffed, so bonus. +10 to smell resistance. Are slowing down, unfortunately. Usually up here, this one's a little bit of a hit. I feel like we're slowing our progress a little bit. Oh, how's it going? In there? Thanks, man. That is 63. 67. And a bottle. Down. Good stuff. I didn't even see that guy till like the last moment. I was kind of worried he was behind me just watching, so that's why I wasn't talking. Obviously people don't know that I'm recording, I wouldn't think. So, don't want to sketch them out talking to myself. Yeah, but I was kind of looking off to the side. The dude absolutely spooked me. He was wearing like dark clothes too, that's why he was kind of blending in. It's crazy because like Coors kind of look like Diet Coke, you know what I mean? And then Bud Light looks like Pepsi. And then, you know, you start to get... So you really got to check stuff out here. But yeah, I'm happy to have that interaction rather than a negative one. I already knew where like the stash was, but I didn't want to be kind of rude and just run up to it like I knew what was good. Second, that is some kind of olive oil. I believe that's everything. 60 cents here. I'd say we at least got 5 in the bottles now. I always want to pull the bag up to kind of secure them a bit more, but it's super loud. No. I saw a can there. I don't think it was alcohol. It was crushed. Super crushed. Little burp. Excuse me. Real clean this week. Some weeks stuff's just everywhere. Broken fish tank, lizard tank. Another great kind of thing about being out here though is you never know what little goodies you're gonna find, like not just like scrap goodies, but stuff you made, you know. I do a lot of art projects, craft projects, kind of like builds that, and I usually like to use, you know, garbage. 1, because it's cheaper. 2, you know, recycling. We got 3 here. What do we have? 70. Clean 70. Damn. Thought I heard someone walking. I'm not seeing anyone else, I don't think here. I think she's pretty cleaned. Which is unfortunate, but at least we're not spending like an hour here like we usually do. Did I check this one? Ew. Franken Carmella Creeper. Okay. Here's what it is. Oh, happy we dug a bit. We found something. And 2. Where's the rest of the box? No clue. Big money. Go back. Now I actually have to check these bags. Not like in depth, but I'll do a scan. Because sometimes people would just load the cans into a bag. I don't think, did I check in here? who that was or what they were doing. Don't know if I got them on camera or not. Very strange. I just kind of walked up with like a flashlight. It's like a short girl though, so I don't know if it's supposed to be like an intimidation thing. Oh, cobwebs, man. I think I'm Spider-Man out here. Guess card. I am Spider-Man. Dang. Dang is right. Making noises. Usually not too much here, but I like to just clear an area out if possible. And sometimes there's like a half decent little hit on like these end ones. I can never remember if it's that first one or the second one I just hit, but there's usually a lady who will be like, oh, there's nothing there, after I've already like looked through it. And then half the time I do find stuff there. So it's not like she's saying don't look through it. So she just says there's nothing there. I see a big hit here. 3, 4. Does that bring us up to 77? Talking about, so we come down here. 80. I'll write that down before we forget. Big money though. 82, 83, 84, 86, 87. Come on. Show me the money. Oh, that scared me. Oh, there's more here. Was it in that one? I don't even know. A 7, 8, 9, 10. Gonna bring it up to 90. Booyah. We're cooking. I should write 90 down. We're cooking, and then I instantly forget what I'm doing. 2. Wine. Bring me some little wine. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, that is 10. The big 100. Good stuff. We'll do a time check right after this because we know we're at least at 15. See, bags start to overtake other bags, and it's like if I had a second card, I could just have like a model card. 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, and 11. 111, dude, I'll take that. Just gotta remember 111. Time check. 51 minutes. A little behind quota, perhaps, but you know, if we need $15 for 45 minutes, and if we're pushing just over that, you know, we're at 16. Line punch. Thing is, you also have to keep an eye out for like normal drinks a lot now are getting like spiked. They're like hard versions. So you'll be like, oh no, it's just an Arizona can, and now it's, you know, the spiked Arizona or Arizona hard or whatever it is. But a decent night so far. We're, like I said, we're on quota. We might go, well, like at least pretty much on quota, close enough with the slowness / slow beginning. Always sketchy here. Literally have to listen out for cars turning or you'll get killed. On like both sides. Get our car trailer out of the way. We'll check this one back here. Nada. Worth the check though. I've had hits there. A little squiz by. Oh dude, we got a little controlation device. Oh, there's broken glass here. I gotta be very ginger. It's another reason for slightly resilient gloves being a good idea. Never know what you'll stick your hand into. Get a nice jogging pace here. There's more speed walking. Want to kind of stop and look at it. But we're cruising. Pass that up, 20 cents. It's always weird when the lights are turning on and off. I just saw one. Oh, of course. Booyah. Second one. Slime on my arm. Oh, Heineken green, I knew it. I saw it. I was like, oh, it's Heineken-y. It's 5. Good stuff. Juan 16. Just went to rate 16. Forgot the other one. Oh, now this one's a digger. I think that's it though. I'll take that 5. Hey man, if everyone had 5, I'd be doubling the quota. I think I was gonna say this before and completely forgot, not re-saying it. But if I do go out for a couple hours tonight, like the full 5, 6, at the end of the night, if I remember, I'll come back with a maybe just like a showing piece, or maybe in the morning, just to show what I got. Break down the quota, but it might be kind of hard to do with bottles, at least. Cans for sure. Looks like a hit on Blue Ribbon. Oh yeah. Got 4 to even it out. Rarely does this place have their boxes out, but when they do, no, we're at 120. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just grab as many as possible. Come on. You're looking at 130. Three. 133. Always good to check side. It's a lot of like, and then just nonsense boxes here. 133. What is it here? We're at 58. I'd say we should probably just wrap her up here, although I will continue for a little bit more here, at least like on this kind of bring out run. But 133 plus like the $6-7 we have in bottles, I'd say we're pretty much on quota, especially with the slow start. Other than that, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Check out our other videos. You know, we have lots of side hustles like I've been talking about, and more content coming. Hit that little notification bell so you know when future content's coming out. And otherwise, thanks for watching. Peace.